mission at 10 minutes remaining.
When people talk about horror games, you might think of Resident Evil or Slenderman games, or something along the lines of that. But there is one game that is trying to hide it. While it might not look like it on the surface, I believe that Helldivers 2 is a horror game. Every time you launch the game, you're met with this intro cinematic. The game tries to give you a false sense of security, but in reality, the war is brutal. The war is filled with death. And the worst part about it is we might not be winning. Is what someone would say if they were a traitor. But in all seriousness, this game really is terrifying. Some quick context for what's going on in Helldivers 2. We recently created a weapon for the DSS called the Star of Peace. This is essentially democracy's version of a Death Star, and it's quite cool. I mean, look what happened to this planet.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
But the plans for the Star of Peace got stolen by the automatons, one of our main threats in the galaxy. And on top of that, we also invaded their home planet, Cyberstan, and failed to take the planet. In the process of trying to liberate this planet, we also discovered that the Cyborgs, who were from the first galactic war, were still alive and still kicking, and they created some new horrific monstrosities. So not only do the automatons have new cyborg reinforcements, there's a possibility they have their own Death Star. Super Earth really could get destroyed this time, guys. It is kind of scary to think about. Also, something else I'd like to mention. Every enemy in this game, aside from the really insignificant ones, tower over you, like dramatically. And if you aren't convinced that Helldivers 2 is a horror game, this is what you need to do. Find a planet that has a commando mission on it and play the mission with no music and no heads-up display. For those of you that don't know, a commando mission essentially means your super destroyer, the thing that allows you to call in airstrikes and sentries, cannot stay in low orbit. You deploy on the planet and you have a 60-second window to call in your stratagems, and that's it. Oh, and you need to do it alone. Once you do that, I can almost guarantee you will agree with me in saying that Helldivers 2 is a horror game. The following footage is my attempt at doing this challenge, and let me tell you, I almost pooped my pants. I'm gonna try my best to explain what was going on in my head during this entire mission, because I was an idiot and I had my mic muted the whole time, but the footage was too good to pass up. I cannot lie when I say I had my cheeks clenched the whole time. I was running around trying to take down these anti-air turrets, and I brought some pretty good stratagems, I would think, and I wasn't detected for nearly the whole mission. But, man, were my cheeks really clenched. Yeah, I took out that first base right there, and this is when the first problem arose, but I was pretty lucky with the outcome. That right there is what I call luck. I really don't know how I got away from them. They did send a couple patrols out to try and find me, but I was able to sneak past most of them. I feel like it would have been a really good idea to have worn a heart rate monitor during this, because I was sweating bullets. I mean, you're in this really creepy atmosphere with fog and bullets being shot into the air. And oh yeah, I found the super samples. This gave me a little bit of joy. But there was a mission to complete, and I had to keep going. Right here was probably one of my closer encounters with a bot patrol. And yikes, Ugh, it's not fun. Right here, I'm linking these hell pods to my super destroyer. Essentially what this is, for those of you that don't know, there are Helldivers inside these pods that were dropped preemptively, and they've just kind of been there. And if we can link those to the super destroyer, it makes it so if one of us are to perish, all they have to do is link the hell pod, and then boom, a new Helldiver comes out. I am at a new base here, and I have to, again, take out these anti-air turrets.
Objective completed.
And once again, I'm a lucky bastard. I barely caught this bot patrol. I was about to walk right in there, but I saw him last second. I seriously can't get over how insane the atmosphere of this game is. It really sets the tone.
Objective nearby.
Coming up on the 3rd anti-air base. It took me a while to get through this base because there were actually 3 turrets, and I was just like crawling for like a solid 10 minutes, I think. It was pretty fun though. I mean, you really have to play super smart and strategically to be able to get around those enemies like that. At this point, I did have to start taking out enemies. I was pretty proud of myself for not having to do it for so long, but I had to do it to continue, otherwise I would have been detected even more. And right here I had to throw 2 thermites because my dumbass decided to barely miss the first one. But once again, I was able to get away and survive after killing that guy, of course. But it didn't come without consequence. This patrol scared the ever-living balls out of me. I mean, look how many of them there are. But thankfully I was wearing the stealth armor, so I didn't even have to worry about it. This last guy almost got me though. Once again, very lucky. Very lucky. Now, the last objective of this mission was to grab the black box and extract with it. I was able to get to the crash site and find it, and all I had to do was get back to the extract. The extract was full of enemies, and I honestly started freaking out a little bit. But I knew what I had to do. I just had to take my time and get my way in there. So that's exactly what I did. One by one, I took all the enemies down. Well, not all of them, but quite a bit of them. It felt like all of them because it took for freaking ever. This last guy, I had to turn my HUD on so I could use the C4. I did cheat a little bit, but oh well. This is when it went downhill. I wish you could have seen my face right there. I actually started screaming. It was quite funny.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
But unfortunately, right here is my one and only death. And because of this death, when I respawned, I was not able to get back in time, and the Pelican aborted the extraction. But I was able to crawl all the way back up, no problem, and restart it. And I decided to lie down by some crates right here, and once again, I cannot emphasize how clenched my cheeks were during this whole entire mission, but especially here at the very end when the Pelican showed up. the sigh of relief after grabbing that box and getting in the Pelican. Yikes. Just absolutely terrifying.